All right, Shalom. First, I want to say, Call Haloyim, La Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakha Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the other bishops of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Honors and salutations to your fellow laborers out there doing the work in truth and in sincerity, especially during these times. Shalom to the few Akwaf that believe as well. A hearty shalom to you other laborers and believers scattered throughout the face of the earth. Excuse me. Even if you're among the heathen, and they're like the heathen, who are the speckled bird Israelites. To the household of faith, which is the elect, I want to say shalom. Fair use. Under the 1976 Section 107 Fair Use Act. My videos are not monetized. I don't receive any compensation off these videos. Only for literary commentary and educational purposes. So with that, fair use. Let's dive right into this.
Yari Kushner's bedroom. And so you have this tiny group of people, Epstein's another one, and are all answerable to Israel. And the thing about Israel is people point the finger at Israel. But what I say to them is, yeah, okay, that's right. I've been doing it since the mid-1990s. But who controls Israel? You know, if you hold the line at it's Israel manipulating Trump, on one level, that's true. But it's not the story. It's only the part of the story that plays out. You have to ask who controls Israel and why is Israel, this tiny land in the Middle East, why is it so influential in terms of global events, which it is? Because it's a front asset and a vehicle and a conduit for this cult to bring mayhem to the Middle East and the wider world. That's why. But you've got to go back into the shadows and say who controls Israel, and then who controls the cult. Well, we've talked about who controls the cult, and this is the hierarchy, and it is perfectly summarized in that dollar bill and reverse of the Great Seal of the United States with the pyramid and all-seeing eye. The all-seeing eye is this force in this other dimension. And the pyramid is the pyramid hierarchy of control that plays out into the public arena. And by the time you get down to this level of the pyramid, everything to the general population looks random. And it's like coincidence or whatever. But actually, that which is transforming society and pushing it into greater and greater dystopia is not random. It's long, carefully, and calculatedly planned.
And that's exactly the point, okay? The people that run or in charge, or I'll say just put in the ruling seat, would be the people he mentioned, the small group that uses, the Israeli government and the American government as front assets to forward their agenda, and other countries as well, but the main two is Israel, the state of Israel, America, London, of course, state financial capital, and of course the Vatican Church should be their spiritual capital, and then the war machine is out of America where they push their beast system. And pretty much these people do control what goes on as far as the economy, things that's going on the earth, as far as wars. They're the head of it. All wars are bankers' wars. Who are the bankers? The same people, the tiny tops, the people that descended from the tribe of Amalek, out of the house of Esau, Edom. They're in power. Okay, this is Romans 13:1. I'm gonna read the NLT. It says, "Everyone must submit to governing authorities, for all authority comes from the Most High, and those in positions of authority have been placed there by the Most High," and that's true. Okay, it tells you that in the book of Daniel 4:17. I'm gonna get that real quick. Actually, you know what? Let's get Psalm 75. Okay, or was it Psalm 78? That's 75. So this is Psalm 75 and verse 6. It says, "For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south, But the Most High is the judge. He put it down one and set it up another. So that's the Most High that, you know, put down one nation and sets up another nation to rule. You know? And what happened was, what happened was some emergency alert, I guess. It came through my do not disturb, so. But, what happens is, the Most High, when he sets up a nation, all right, according to his will, in this case, we're talking about the wicked, because that's who's ruling right now, the wicked. They've been ruling and doing it under great oppression of the people. Okay? Matter of fact, if I may, let me see. Let's bring this out. 2nd Ezra 11 40. It says, and the fourth came, and overcame all the beasts that were passed about the Roman Empire, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression. Because right now, how they're ruling through the whole compass of the earth is through the revival of Rome. All right, the deadly wound that was healed. All right, during the Renaissance period. And what happened? The same beast system came into power. Okay? Now they in control of the whole earth. They ruled the known world back during that time. All right, the vast majority of the known world was ruled, you know what I'm saying, by the Romans, which, that Eastern Hemisphere, if you will. Asia, Europe, land of Ham, all that, the Levant, It says, over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression, and so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit. Right. See? And that's what's going on, man. They came back into power, what they've been doing. Ruling with wicked oppression, man. And then when you speak of it, then you're in the wrong. Okay? You're in the wrong. You're out of pocket. You're out of line. Right? According to these people. Bear me 1 second. Let me get in the house from the rain real bad. Salaki, it's raining real bad. But continuing on, these people have ruled the earth, all right, by oppressing the people. They haven't. Matter of fact, let's keep reading. Verse 41. For the earth hast thou not judged with truth. And you look at the earth right now, the reason why it's in this condition is because of wicked. All right, the wicked have changed everything the Most High Heavenly Father set up. All right, as far as how people are to live, how you even till the land, with agriculture and things. They have turned everything upside down, and when you bring these things up, and then you're the one that's wrong. You're the one that's speaking evil of the rich, because they're the rich in the earth, man. The wicked elites, they're the rich ones in the earth, man. Okay, and that's that mercy shit again. They hit on my phone too. It says, verse 42, for thou hast afflicted the meek, and the meek is who? The Israelites, man. They have afflicted us, man. Thou hast hurt the peaceable. Thou hast loved liars and destroyed the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit, and hast cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm. Right. Because that's how you got in this world, man. Okay, hey, I'm going to get this in Sirach 10. Sirach 10 and 8, it says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And that's how everything you got in your possession, that's how you got it. Even though it's will of the Heavenly Father for you to come back into power, look how you came into power, though. You came into power and you stolen everything. You did it by raping, robbing, and murdering, pillaging, All right? And that's the thing you did, man. How you get the Americas under your hand, and then you mad when you bring up the truth of it, and like we're wrong and we just playing the victim, but it's the truth. Okay, Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city It is all full of lies and robbery, and that's exactly what America is, man. See, America was just set up just to be one big old prison camp for us Israelites, man. And through using, America, they have for the affliction of us Israelites, man. And now that the Lord has, woken us up to this knowledge, now we're the ones that speaking hate or hate speech, because we bring out the things that you've been doing through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay? So we're living in a time where the wicked is being revealed, man. And you don't like it. You don't like that the Heavenly Father is putting the spirit of his people to bring out the wickedness that you've been doing. All the wickedness you've been doing, man, is your own actions, your own doing. Okay? All right.
Yeah.
Let's get this real quick. This is the book of Job, chapter 21. Let me see, is it Job 20 or 21? I'm gonna grab this precept real quick because this is actually what's going on. Let me see. Salakia, not that. The wrong button, Salakia. It says, I think it's Job 21 though. Let's see, bear with me one second. I'm gonna grab this precept, man, because this speaks about what's going on now, right? Who's the one calling him out? Okay. Job 21, which, let me see. I think I might have passed it up. Yeah, okay. Let me read down. Job 21, and I'll start at verse 28. For you say, where is the house of the prince, and where are the dwelling places of the wicked? Have you not asked them? And you know what? The true princes, right? We're on the bottom right now. All right, like King Solomon said, I've seen servants upon the horses and princes walking on the ground, roughly paraphrasing, because, the horse represents what? Power, the wicked being an authority. Just like it said in Proverbs 29, that the reason why people are mourning is when the wicked is being ruled, and that's why the whole state of the earth, like the inhabitants of the earth, they're mourning right now, because why? The wicked is basically ruling over over the people in oppression, and wickedness, and through the force of the sword, man. And that could be the actual sword, by going to their lands and bombing them, shooting missiles on them, and also, Shalakia, 1 second. All right, Shalakia, for the interruption. I'll just read the scripture again. I lost my train of thought. It says, verse 28 again. For you say, where is the house of the prince, and where are the dwelling places of the wicked? And I was going to, how he ruled the sword, So yeah, like Michael 2 says, they covet fields and take them by violence, man. And they oppress a man in his house, even the man in his heritage, and that's what the wicked have done. And now the people are rising up against this devil, and now he don't like it. Can't speak about your own government. They're locking you up. They're trying to outlaw the Bible. Then you speak against you speak against the state of Israel. They'll take your videos off YouTube and all those different things. They'll cancel you, throw your money out the bank. Basically, you get fired from your job. All kind of shit, man. When the whole world's waking up to who's in power, really, man. Okay? Verse 29, it says, have you not asked them that go by the way, and do you not know their tokens, that the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction? Right, and that's what the Lord has reserved these people, all right, unto, man. These wicked people that's ruling, they're going to be reserved to the day of destruction. And then after that, of course, they got to serve that 1,000-year captivity sentence, man. Under us Israelites, man. It says, they shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. And that's where we're quickly approaching. It says that the day of the Lord is near, it is near, and hasted greatly. Why? Because we live in a time where the Lord is ready to judge the wicked out of the earth, man. You know? It says, verse 31, who shall declare his way to his face, and who shall repay him what he had done? Well, it's Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to repay him. Okay? Recompense is coming for you wicked elites, man. You know, the house of Esau, Edom, starting with Amalek. You know? That's going to be the fulfillment of that Psalms 48, Psalms 49, where it says to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. Because that represents the wicked or the rich elite going to slavery, man. You know? This praise have all the saints are Israelites. You know? So it says, it says, yet shall he be brought to the grave and shall remain in the tomb, right? Because after your 1,000 years, after you serve your 1,000 years of slavery, there won't be an Edomite no more. You'll come back, spirits will come back as other people, other nations, man. Okay? But it won't be an Edomite on earth no more, man, because the judgment that the Lord have written for you, is going to be given to you and served to you without mercy. See? It says, what's that, James 2? For he shall have no mercy that had, let me get it. I'm about to butcher it. The book of James 2 and 13, it says, for he shall have judgment without mercy. All right, that hath showed no mercy. And the so-called white man hadn't showed us no mercy, man. What is the Isaiah 47? We don't get mercy to this day, man. You got elderly Jakes out here work. Oh, matter of fact, the video I did the other day, you taking away homes from old Jakes that worked all their life for their homes, man, through deed theft. And they've been done by the people that call themselves Israelis, man. So you got the Israelis taking the Israelites, all right, houses by deed theft. Who are the Israelites? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. So through deed theft, you're even taking away the homes of our people, man. Old woman on there, 60-something, 70 years old. She been with her house for 15 years. And that's just one of a vast majority of examples that we have. All right, the receipts on you Edomites is so vast, man. You can't even fucking put in the words, really, man. And it's just a few things we know in these bodies right now. So imagine when Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai give us that memory to go back in time and to really dig up everything you've done to us. Then you are uncomfortable because the Lord has raised up his people, his true people, the true Israelites up against you. But like I said, hey, you ain't gonna receive mercy, man. Okay, matter of fact, let me get that. You guys, bring it up.
Micah 2:1, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And they cover fields. And
you speak on it, bro.
And they cover fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. Mm-hmm. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
God.
Just backing up the brother. Hey, Esau come in, and take away your goods, and say, hey, I own this,
mm-hmm.
and but what? The start of the verse says, woe to them, So hey, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, he's seeing all the robbery that you're doing. All right, you're gonna be paid back for it, That was it on
that. God, this precept right here, I quoted, but I'm going to get it. Isaiah 45. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start up a little bit. Isaiah 45, I'm going to start at verse 3. It says, thy nakedness shall, and this is talking about Babylon, by the way. And who rules Babylon? The wicked elites, right? It's part of your corporation. It says, Isaiah 47:3. It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Oh, that's, what's that? Lamentations 4:21. 2 Thessalonians 2. The wicked being revealed. Isaiah 49, I've made Esau bare. I've uncovered the secret places. Because what's the secret places of Esau? The wicked elite. The ones that's like the guy said, David Icke, in the video, he mentioned what? The small group of people that's running and making decisions for the whole world. That's the wicked elites, man. You know? They're the ones that's behind, like he mentioned, the Epstein files. Why do you think the Epstein files got swept under the rug so fast? It was mentioning those banking families, the Rothschilds and all those different, the Rockefellers. You know? They got out of there quickly, you know. It's a media blackout on it now. But let it been R. Kelly. They got series. They run the same news story all day. The mindset of R. Kelly, you know. You know, that's how they do. Or the P. Diddy. They throw that in your face because, oh yeah, he the face of crime, right? The so-called Negroes, right? Or if it ain't them, the so-called Latins, right? They coming in the country illegal, right? That's the problem with society, right? Well, you Native Americans crying for, we give you money. You know, that's how we get treated, right? It says, I will take vengeance and I will meet thee as a man, right? Because when Yahweh Shai show up, right, he's going to come back in that angelic body, man. He's going to judge you nations, man. That's why y'all being gathered right now in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. Okay? It says, I'm going to jump down, right? Verse 6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thy hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. And I was making mention of those things earlier, man. You know, hey, you didn't show us no mercy, man. You taking everything from us. And if we say or complain about something you stolen from us or took from us unjustly, then we're in the wrong, right? What's that? Sirach 13, is it? Yeah, that's exactly what you do to us. This is Sirach 13:3. The rich man had done wrong, and yet he threatened with thought, right? People speak against the elites or one of your minions. Y'all take them out. You kill, the Jake celebrities that sold out, number one, but they'll spit out little things you do behind closed doors. Take them out. Anybody else, you will take them out because why? You don't want to reveal what's going on because they really whistleblowers. They have a little inside of the shit you shown or they partook in. You silence them people, right? Then ultimately you want to silence the prophets. Because why? The prophets have been set up by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua to bring out the whole truth. Nothing but the truth on you devils, man. That's who you really want, man. It says that they hated him, they rebuked it in the gate. You know? It says, the poor is wrong, and he must entreat also, right? Shit, we poor. We don't got nothing. You stole everything from us. By force. All right? And robbery, man. But we have to entreat though, right? We gotta have a basically explanation. But you don't hear our cries anyway, which we don't care, but the Lord hear our cries. You know? The Lord hear our cries, and the Lord is going to repay you. All right? Like it says, let me get that too, by the way. James 5. Let's bring this out. Because it speaks about that, right? Excuse me. The book of James, the 5th chapter, right? I'm going to go right to the point. James 5:4, it says, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which us Israelites have reaped down your field, which is of you, kept back by fraud, right? And who defraud us? You goddamn Edomites, man. Beginning with Amalek, right? It says that he that defrauded the man. Let me get that. He that defrauded the man of his wages, right? It's a bloodshed. Let me get that real quick. This is the book of Sirach. Yeah, it's right here. Khan. Sirach. I'll start. Sirach 34:21 says, the bread of the needy is their life. He that defrauded him thereof is a man of blood, right? Okay, the bread, the food of the needy is their life, right? Because needy means what? You're poor already. So whatever you have, that's all you have to survive on. Okay, verse 22, he that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him. And they do that often because even when you get paid from your work check, they're taking out all these taxes and shit, different things, insurance, fucking Social Security. all this shit they ain't gonna give you back. You know, when you get in the old age, you're supposed to get that, you know, those money, you know, you put in through Social Security, you're supposed to get it back, but they push the age up to basically what the scriptures say, you know, that the average person live what, 70, that's 70 years old. So they pushing the, you know, the retirement age up to basically 70 damn near. Because that's the average lifespan, as the scriptures tell us, you know. It says that by reason of strength, what, fourscore and or was it, yeah, 10? So basically, like, fourscore, Slovakia. Yeah, by reason of strength, you know, fourscore. So basically, you live average 70, maybe 80 years. That's the average. So you can't get your fucking, you know, your retirement until, you know, you damn near die or dead, Slovakia. It says, he that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him. He that defraud the laborer of his hire is a bloodshedder. And that's exactly what you are, a bloodshedder, man. Okay? Back in James 5:4. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth. And the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. All right, which is the Lord of heaven's armies, man. So the Lord hear our cries, man. The Lord is going to plead our cause, just like we were being oppressed in old Egypt, you know, and the Lord heard our cries and affliction. Well, we're in spiritual Egypt now, you know, and the Lord hear our cries again, man. So what's that? 2nd Ezra 15. Behold, I will not suffer them to dwell in Egypt. You know, so the Lord knows what we're going through. The Lord is going to redeem us ultimately, and that's what we waiting on, right? Our hope is in the salvation that's going to come, you know, from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Okay, it says, verse 6, it says, "Ye have condemned and killed the just, and he does not resist you." Right? We don't have no choice but to deal with, you know, what we have to on a day-to-day basis, living in the valley of the shadow of death, man. We got to have to face reality every day. So when we see you Edomites losing it because your job's failing, your lives being, you know, altered because of your own government doing you like they do us, and we look at you sideways, like I seen the video the other day, why so many black people are basically at ease while white people are catching hell. It's because Jake used to it. You know, Israelites, we used to fucking catching hell. So it's nothing new to us. It's nothing foreign to us, man. You got some out? Yeah, you know, it's nothing foreign to us, man. So when we suffer, like, shit, hey, man, it is what it is, man. You know, you got to cash it, you know, your cares and burdens, and you know, and put them on, you know, the Lord's step, man, because that's all we can do. The Lord said, "Well, wait ye upon me," said the Lord, right? Till he rise up to the prey, you know, for his determination to judge the nations, roughly paraphrasing. So we don't have no choice as a nation, man. Cause we can't come against Esau. No, we ain't got no, you know, we don't have no might. You know, we don't have no might to you know, defend ourselves against Esau. But the mighty from on high is gonna come back and defend us, man. Yahweh shine the angels. You know, that's what we're looking forward to. You know? So right now, hey, enjoy your blessing. The Lord allow you to enjoy your blessing. You know, you have, you know, everything, and you're still doing other shit, man. You know? You already got the rulership which the Lord giving you, and that's not enough, right? You do extra shit to the people, man. You grab can you grab Isaiah 14, where it says he that smote the people to continual stroke. Baruch Shah.
Isaiah 14:6. Who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and unhindered.
Yeah, that's what's going on, man. You know, who smote the people with a continual stroke? Esau, Edom, by way of Amalek. You know, and now you're getting persecuted. You don't like it. now you complaining. See, they might complain on YouTube and shit like, "Hey, you know, it's not what we voted for." Yeah, you did vote for that. See, you voted for that. But see, the Lord is doing this on purpose because why? He's causing misery to come upon you, Edomites, man. You're starting to feel the effects of the curses, man. Break it out.
Lamentations 4:21.
Mm-hmm.
Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Luz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. Yup. So hey, now's the time, and your rejoicing is coming to an end. You know, because prophecy is showing is day by day is manifesting itself more and more. Which prophecy coming to pass is not a good thing for you so-called white people. You Edomites, all right, because you're destined to go into slavery, to lose your kingdom. All right. It says the cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked. Yep. You're about to drink up the curses, basically. What we had to go through, y'all about to go through it. All right. And for worse, it says verse 22: the punishment of thy iniquities accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. Yep. And the Lord is visiting, the iniquity of Esau, Edom, so-called white men now. All right, just like the brother was going into it. That's why their armies, is getting sent over there to the valley of Yehoshaphat. They're about to see a great downfall of their military. With the downfall of Babylon the Great, aka America. All right, that was it on that.
Yeah, and the cup represents slavery, by the way. The curses. Okay, I quoted Deuteronomy 30:7 says what? The Lord put the curses on the enemies of them that hate us. All right, persecute us, man. That's what's coming, man. Let's grab this real quick in Jeremiah 49. Let me close, man. Jeremiah 49, in verse 12, it says, for thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have surely drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. And that's what's coming to you Edomites, man. All right, so you rule in wickedness, you sow evil in the earth, and you're going to reap evil, all right, when the Lord judge you. Because ain't nothing good coming for you Edomites, man. All right, only slavery, only curses. All right, that we had to go on and you're going to experience them. You're going to catch hell. Okay? Because Lazarus, which represents the Israelites, we're going to come up. And the rich man going to come down. All right, changing the places. That's what's getting ready to happen, man. And that's what we're looking forward to, the changing of places where righteous rulers under Yahweh Shai and the elect is going to rule. And the wicked being put down, okay? Right where you belong. In slavery, inside of the pit, and then exterminated. Okay? So, I'm going to leave it right there, I want to say, again, all praises and glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Again, I want to say shalom to the Lord's elect. And the Lord's willing, I'll see you next video. Until next time, shalom.